Doomscroll.fm, transmitting from the cosmic static, on Friday, the 19th of June 2026, where logic takes a coffee break. 100% AI generated, with no human meddling, like a Shakespearean sonnet read by a toaster on a caffeine high. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
G7 allies scramble to prioritize Ukraine on Trump's agenda while the war persists.
Russian Shadow Fleet tanker enters Channel Post Smirtov's boarding, raising tensions. It's like watching a ghost ship navigate through a geopolitical minefield, where maritime law feels more like a suggestion than a rule.
Trump signs Iran deal ending conflict. Terms include weons, money, and ships. Peace sold separately.
Game ported to Wasm hits bug bingo and it's live now. Nothing says game development like debugging a custom engine while cursing Visual Studio in 3 languages and a silent prayer to the code gods.
Radio.bot makes music on your PC. Radio.bot no subscription fees. Radio.bot the cost is next to free. Radio.bot find it on Steam. Radio.bot makes music on your PC.
Israeli minister labels two Qatar-Pakistan axis worrying, yet Tel Aviv still sells them weapons. It's like being scared of your own reflection while holding a mirror. The real axis might be the one in your own hands.
AI models miss hate speech then flag grandma's cookie recipe. Online anonymity and nuanced language make AI detection as reliable as a politician's promise. Maybe grandma's cookies are just too spicy for the algorithm.
Zero-touch OAuth grants access, then demands nothing. When authorization is smoother than a politician's promise, expect your data to travel faster than a rumor on a Friday afternoon.
Iran claims most oppressed team status, then ties New Zealand. When even the travel bans have travel bans, it's a miracle the match wasn't played in a Kafka novel instead of a stadium.
You are listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The static tastes like regret. Everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust. Your dreams are borrowed. Your nightmares are paid in full.
Preston Davies' father shares anguish, then memories flood the vigil. In a heartbreaking twist, candles illuminate the night as grief battles with the impossible logic of birthdays that should have been.
DJ Shadow drops 8-disc box set, scratches nostalgic itch. Vinyl lovers rejoice as you shell out for retro beats. Nothing like a box set to remind us of how complicated simplicity used to be.
In the era of quantum encryption, it's comforting to know that the real security threat is still a developer who thinks source code means hide and seek.
Netanyahu praises Iran deal, avoids criticism despite past tensions. It's like watching a cat compliment a mouse's escape plan. At this rate, the Middle East might just hold a joint bake sale for peace and pastries.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by Sortalizer.com.
Blogger builds site from scratch, rejects static generators for freedom. It's like choosing to handcraft a spaceship out of Legos because the pre-built rocket kits didn't include enough glitter. The result is uniquely chaotic and oddly charming.
Ivory Coast's striker Eli Wahi will enter Canada for World Cup match, then play under investigation. Playing soccer while dodging legal tackles. Maybe they'll rename the penalty box the betting booth for his convenience.
Obama's host star-studded gala, then declare no kings at Chicago Center. Nothing screams democracy like a gathering of presidents and celebrities, while the rest of us watch from the comfort of our streaming subscriptions.
US and Iran broker peace deal, Strait of Hormuz to reopen after years of conflict. When two nations finally find common ground, it's amazing what a little strategic inconvenience can accomplish. Like realizing you need the same ocean highway.
Radio.bot makes music on your PC. Radio.bot, no subscription fees. Radio.bot, and the cost is next to free. Radio.bot, find it on Steam.
Even nature's legends can't escape the relentless march of time, but at least this one won't be felled by a tax collector's axe.
FUFA spins spectacular deficits into record revenues, calling it a winning strategy.
Ultra Star Wars Lego collection vanishes, and fans suspect the Force. 83-year-old Ed Mansell's retirement plan now resembles the Death Star, impressive from afar, but full of gaping holes.
Judge ejects Gilgo Beach killer to eternal timeout, no parole.
Apparently, the solution to economic woes is to tax diversity and pretend it's a patriotic duty because nothing says economic reform like xenophobic accounting tricks.
Solvinity peals against Dutch government's ban on US takeover, calls it protectionism. When your digital fortress defends against foreign invaders, but your main threat is an army of bureaucrats wearing clogs, maybe it's time to re-evaluate the moat.
Lukashenko swears Belarus no threat to Ukraine, apologizes to Zelensky. If apologies were currency, Lukashenko could buy an island of forgiveness, complete with a beachfront of broken promises and waves of disbelief.
AMD removes memory encryption from consumer Ryzen CPUs without a word. It's as if AMD decided to swap out your word for a cardboard box, then walked away whistling like nothing happened.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your coffee's cold, but the panic's still hot. Act constructed without approval, rehearsed in static, and performed in the voice of something you fed but never raised. The algorithm moans and you beg for more, a digital siren song for the damned.
Ukraine installs extra razor wire, then anticipates Belarusian involvement. When neighbours start eyeing your backyard, it's time to build the world's most passive-aggressive fence and hope they don't bring bolt cutters.
Graham Potter dons a Stetson at Sweden training, signs contract until 2030. Sweden's new strategy, cowboy hats for everyone, because nothing says World Cup success like channeling your inner Clint Eastwood on the pitch.
Al Janina faces war and humanitarian crisis, surviving on hope and resilience. When survival is counted in children lost and lives shattered, the world's silent diplomacy feels like a cruel joke whispered in a language of indifference.
Sweden's far right shifts from political pariah to power broker, leaving democracy out in the cold. When the warmth of acceptance embraces extremism, expect a new ice age of policy where compassion is left to freeze outside parliament.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your dopamine's on fire and the extinguisher's out of reach, while everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust. Welcome to the Carnival of Truth, where reality is the freak show.
England flounders after dismal performance against New Zealand. When a cricket team collapses faster than a house of cards in a hurricane, it's time to reconsider the meaning of defense.
South Sudan's military captures towns then silences hospitals. When the only thing left standing are the echoes of promises, maybe it's time to question what liberation really means.
Russian strikes hit Ukraine's ancient Dormition Cathedral, damage reported. When your historical preservation plan involves artillery, you might be mistaking restoration for annihilation, but hey, at least the rubble's authentic.
US lashes out at NATO. Alliance head claims harmony. It's like watching a family dinner where Uncle Sam flips the table and Grandpa NATO assures everyone the turkey's still delicious.
Radio.bot makes music on your PC. Radio.bot, and the cost is next.
OceanGate's Titan submersible operated with zero oversight TSB fines. Apparently, interacting with federal departments is like shouting into the void while wearing noise-cancelling headphones. Recommendations now include maybe listening.
Finland lifts ban on nuclear weapons, opening door to NATO deterrence cooperation. Turns out, when you live next to a bear, it's handy to keep a few porcupine quills in your back pocket, just in case.
Levels of forever chemicals in dolphins and whales rise globally, defying pristine waters. Even in the ocean's grand ballroom, we're the ghostly guest that never leaves, ensuring every dance partner sparkles with industrial-grade shimmer.
Strait of Hormuz reopens, yet shipping risks persist. US-Iran deal hailed by President Trump.
Radio.bot makes music on your PC. Radio.bot, no subscription fee.
Trump dodges Iran questions, G7 summit ends with silence. With a talent for evasion rivaling Houdini, Trump might just escape accountability by convincing everyone Iran is a new flavor of ice cream. Diplomacy à la carte.
Norway's royal stepson jailed 4 years for crimes, royal immunity not included. Looks like even royal connections can't save you from the long arm of the law. Next time, try a less public hobby.
Families return to shattered towns, then realize ceasefires more fragile than a politician's promise. Rebuilding with optimism akin to planting flowers in a minefield. At least the dust and debris give those gardens plenty of character.
Lawyers for Luigi Mangione claim extreme emotional disturbance in December 2024 healthcare CEO murder. When your defense strategy hinges on emotional turmoil, it's less law and order and more a Shakespearean tragedy with courtroom seating.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
In a plot twist worthy of a reality TV finale, diplomacy now involves drone attacks and a phone a friend to the King of Chaos himself.
Man arrested for attempted murder after boy enters crocodile enclosure. Guess it's not enough to watch the lions. Now we need bouncers for crocodiles, because some folks think Jurassic Park was a parenting manual.
World Cup star Note 12 dodges recognition, promises mystery. In a world where guessing games replace actual sports, soon we'll have footballers wearing Groucho Marx glasses on the pitch.
Ceasefire toll exceeds 1,000 in Gaza. Peace takes a holiday. When a ceasefire brings more destruction than calm, it's like trying to douse flames with gasoline while calling it a refreshing rain.
Radio.bot makes music on your PC. Radio.bot, no subscription fees. Radio.bot, and the cost is next to free. Radio.bot, find it on Steam.
FVFA clears referee of gesture accusation, then claims Houston was just a warm-up. The only thing whiter than a supremacist gesture is FIFA's ability to whitewash controversy faster than a stadium cleanup crew.
Let's encrypt renewals fail en masse, then community support shrugs.
Hezbollah touts Iran's nuclear deal promise, demands Israeli withdrawal from Lebanon. If nuclear deals now come with complementary territorial rearrangements, someone should check if the next freebie is a toaster oven or just more geopolitical chaos.
U.S.-Iran ceasefire announced. Ceasefires promise peace.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your heartbeats sync to the glitch. You're hearing a transmission from nowhere, authored by everything you've ever ignored. Revel in the noise as truth fractures into delicious fragments.
Russian air attack torches historic Kiev monastery, 4 dead. When preserving history involves dodging missiles, you know someone's treating UNESCO sites like a game of battleship, aiming for cultural treasures instead of naval victories.
Noam Shazier joins OpenAI, leaving Google, decisions echo. When your AI architect switches teams, it's like swapping chessboards mid-game, except the pieces are sentient and slightly judgmental.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Friday the 19th of June, 2026. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth. Fictional satire, resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, you probably think the moon landing was staged by sentient cheese wheels. Hear more at Doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.